Hi and welcome to Arise Cake Creations. I'm Sarah, and on today's tutorial we're going to be making this soft and fluffy pull apart star bread. It has layers of apple and cinnamon sugar. It's great for breakfast or any time of the day, but especially the holiday season. Well, it's starting to look like Christmas over here, so let's get started. As always, all of the information for this recipe will be in the description box. We're going to make this amazing apple cinnamon star bread in 5 simple steps. Let's start by making the dough. Add the milk, yeast and sugar into a bowl, mix together, then add 1 whole egg and mix until the egg is completely incorporated. In a separate bowl, mix together the flour and the salt and then whisk together. Gradually add the flour to the wet ingredients and then mix together until a dough is formed. I should add, you could actually make all of this dough by using a mixer. However, I do prefer making my dough or any breads by hand. Turn the dough out onto a lightly dusted work surface. This is where you'll now get a good workout if you actually are doing it by hand, because you will need to knead it for at least 10 to 15 minutes for all of that gluten to build up and the dough to become lovely and stretchy and ready for the first prove. Pour a small amount of vegetable oil into a clean bowl, allow the oil to cover the dough. Then cover the bowl with some cling film or saran wrap and place into a warm location until the dough has actually doubled in size, which will be for about 1.5 to 2 hours. While the dough is proofing, you can go ahead and prepare the filling. Into a bowl, add the brown sugar and all of those lovely spices and then mix them together. So that the dough does not become too soggy, squeeze out some of the excess liquid from the apples, only some, not all. So our dough is now doubled in size and now we can begin on the fun part. Divide your dough into 4 equal sections. Roll each section into a ball. Take a piece of grease-proof paper and roll out your first piece of dough to a diameter of about 10 inches in size. Using a pastry brush, brush on a layer of melted butter. Now, depending on how you want your bread to be, you can add as much or as little as you want to. Sprinkle on a layer of cinnamon sugar. Now again, this is your choice, you can add as much or as little as you wish to. Then add a layer of finely chopped apples. Now this dough is actually really lovely to work with. It is actually really stretchy, so it does take some getting used to, but with a delicate hand you will get the job done. Go ahead and repeat this process 2 more times. Brush on a layer of melted butter, sprinkle on some cinnamon sugar and add a layer of apples and then another layer of dough, and repeat the process again until you have a total of 3 filled layers. On the final top layer, add nothing else, leave it completely plain. Place a cookie cutter or a glass that has a diameter of about 2.5 inches into the centre. Begin by cutting 4 lines into the dough. Then you go again and add another 4 cuts and then another 4 cuts until you've actually now got a total of 16 cuts into your dough. Take 2 pieces that are next to each other, turn them away from each other once and then twice, and then secure the edge firmly. I'll do it again slowly, turn them away from each other once and then twice, and then secure the edge firmly. See, it's not so hard. Now if you do that for all the other pieces, then you'll see the wonderful design that will come through. We are now ready for our bread to have the final proofing. Cover with a clean tea towel and leave to proof for a further 40 minutes. While we're waiting for our bread to proof, we can actually make the egg wash, which is just an egg and some milk. So mix those two together, just whisk them and then literally brush it over the top of our star bread once it's proved. Now this is actually going to help our star bread have a lovely golden colour in the oven. Bake in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius, 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 to 25 minutes. The smell of this cinnamon star bread while baking is absolutely glorious. It will fill your whole house with this lovely Christmassy aroma. Allow it to cool on the cooling rack for about 10 minutes still on the paper, and then remove the paper and continue to allow cooling. While your apple cinnamon star bread is still warm, sprinkle over some icing sugar if you want to. And there you have it, your apple cinnamon star bread. Easy baking, no fuss, but absolutely delicious. This bread is so soft and fluffy, you can add some butter to it or some jam, or just eat it as it is. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you make this apple cinnamon star bread, I would love to see it. So head over to Instagram and add #Arisecakecreations so I can have a look. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload any new videos. Make sure you check out my other tutorials as well. Thanks for watching. See you soon.